Hello everyone, so in this video we will be doing 50 most important MCQs related to geomorphology. Okay, so this video will be helpful for your any examination related to SPSC. Okay, it will be important for your accounts clerk as well as SI prelims, excise prelims. Okay, so the first question is, which of the following seismic discontinuities mark the boundary between the Earth's crust and the upper mantle? Your options are Gutenberg discontinuity, Lehman discontinuity, Mohorovic or Conrad discontinuity. The correct answer is option B, Mohorovic discontinuity. Okay, these are different discontinuities that exist between different layers of the Earth, Okay, so you can have a look at it. Second question is, this shadow zone of S wave extends beyond which epicenter angle from the earthquake focus? 105 degree, 143 degree, 120 degree and 180 degree. The correct answer is option A, 105 degrees. So what if I ask you, what is the shadow zone of P waves? Okay, what is the shadow zone of P waves? That would be 105 degree to 145 degree. This is given in your NCERT geography book. Okay, next one is, okay, so first of all, what is shadow zone? Shadow zone is the area, okay, where you don't experience earthquake. For example, okay, let me make this diagram. Okay, so this is 105 degree. If this is the epicenter, then beyond this point in this area, you won't experience any earthquake. Okay, so this is this shadow zone of S wave, which is 105 degree. Okay, so for example, if you want to take for P waves, you can take, suppose this is 105 degree and this is 145 degree. So for P waves, you won't experience earthquake in this region, whereas you will experience earthquake in this region. Okay, so this is your concept of shadow zone. Next question is, according to the plate tectonics theory, the formation of Himalayas is a prime example of what type of plate boundary interaction? Is it a oceanic convergence, continental oceanic continental convergence, or transform fault boundary? The correct answer here is option number C, continental convergence. See, why am I explaining all these concepts is because, for example, I can just make you do the MCQs or make you remember the MCQs, okay, but that won't help you in the long run. If you know the concepts, then what happens is that they might give you the question in any form, but you will still be able to solve it. So concepts are very important for you if you want to clear the examinations. Okay, just remembering or rote learning the MCQs won't help you. So question number 4, who among the following propounded the continental drift theory in 1912? Alfred Wegener, Harry Hess, Arthur Holmes, or W.J. Morgan? The correct answer is option A, Alfred Wegener. Okay, the concept of seafloor spreading, which provided vital evidence of plate tectonics, was propounded by Arthur Holmes, Tuzo Wilson, Harry Hess, or Edward Suez. The correct answer here is Harry Hess. Okay, so what does continental drift theory say? See, it says that earlier there used to be a supercontinent which was known as Pangaea. Okay, it was known as Pangaea, and there used to be a super ocean which is known as Panthalassa, and later this Pangaea broke up, okay, into two pieces. One was Laurasia and one was Gondwana land. Okay, so similarly, later the continents that we have today, these are a result of breakdown of these land masses. Okay, the seafloor spreading theory, we have done it. So question number 6, which of the following layers of Earth is responsible for generating the geomagnetic dynamo effect, or which is also known as Earth's magnetic field? Asthenosphere, outer core, lithosphere, or inner core? The correct answer here is option A, asthenosphere. Okay, question number 7, the semi-fluid partially molten layer in the upper mantle over which the tectonic plates glide is also known as barysphere, mesosphere, asthenosphere, or lithosphere? The correct answer is asthenosphere. Okay, so see, how is, suppose you have Earth. Okay, this is Earth, and you know for a fact that we have Earth's magnetic field. Okay, something like this, Earth's magnetic field. Okay, see, so how is this Earth's magnetic field produced? For example, see, in asthenosphere, this is a, suppose this is the asthenosphere, okay, asthenosphere, and see, it is in molten state. That means the metals here, the metals in molten state here are in constant motion, okay. So that means metals contain electrons, protons, right? So when electrons are in motion, it, see, what do you call when an electron is in motion? It is known as electric current. And when there is a current, you know that a magnetic field is induced, okay, magnetic field is induced. Hence this is how the magnetic field of Earth comes into existence. Okay, for question number 8, the main central thrust in the Himalayas separates which of the two major geological zones? Sub-Himalayas, Shivaliks and Lesser Himalayas, Greater Himalayas and Tethys Himalayas, or Lesser Himalayas and Greater Himalayas, Indus-Sangpo, Suture Zone and Tibetan Plateau. Correct answer is option number B, Lesser Himalayas and the Greater Himalayas, okay. The main boundary thrust separates which of the following? Question number 9. The correct answer is option number B, Shivaliks and the Lesser Himalayas. Okay, let's move on to question number 10. The boundary marking the collision and subduction zone where the Indian plate meets the Eurasian plate in the north is known as main frontal thrust, great boundary fault, Indus-Sangpo Suture Zone, or Owen fracture zone. It is ITSZ or Indus-Sangpo Suture Zone. See, this 3 becomes an important question because related to this question, recently there were questions asked in SPSC examinations, okay. So moving on to question number 11. Which of the following is an example of intrusive igneous plutonic rock with coarse grain texture? Okay, so this is quite a specific question. Is it basalt, granite, obsidian, or rhyolite? The correct answer is granite, okay. See, when we talk about igneous rock, maybe everyone has see what is igneous rock, okay. Igneous rocks are those rocks which are formed when lava or magma solidifies, okay. So there are two types of igneous rocks. One is intrusive and the other is extrusive. See, what does intrusive mean? For example, see, you have a volcano, okay. Suppose this is a volcano and there is a magma flowing. Some magma solidifies inside the earth's surface, okay. So inside the earth's surface, some magma, these are known as intrusive rocks because these are solidified inside the surface, and some of them solidifies outside the surface. These are known as extrusive rocks, whereas these are known as intrusive igneous rocks, okay. That is basically the concept of this. Question number 12. The transformation of existing rocks into a new rock type, okay, through the action of intense heat, pressure and chemical fluids without complete melting is termed as lithification, diagenesis, metamorphism, or exfoliation. Question number 12, the correct answer is metamorphism, okay. And the rocks formed through this process are known as metamorphic rocks. Question number 13. Which type of chemical weathering is primarily responsible for the formation of karst topography in limestone terrains? Okay, karst topography in limestone terrains. Hydration, carbonation and solution, oxidation, or hydrolysis? It is C, carbonation and solution. Okay, karst topographies are found where the landforms are made of chalk or limestone. See, what happens is that when water acts on the landforms made from chalk and limestone, it dissolves, okay, and then hence gives rise to the formation of different landforms. Okay, question number 14. The onion skin peeling of rock layers due to cyclic thermal expansion and contraction of pressure release is called frost wedging, carbonation, exfoliation, or solifluction. The correct answer is option number B, exfoliation, okay. See, how does exfoliation work? Suppose this is a rock, okay. What happens is that during daytime Okay, exfoliation, peeling of due to cyclic thermal expansion and contraction. What happens is that during daytime, due to increased heat, okay, what happens is that expansion occurs. Okay, see, when this rock expands means there will be some cracks. Okay, there will be some cracks. And then during the night time, due to lesser temperature, what happens is that this rock contracts. See, when this rock goes through the cycle of expansion and contraction, it starts peeling off. Okay, so it starts getting smaller. Okay, the outer layer starts getting peeling off like a onion peel, and hence this process is known as exfoliation. Question number 15. Slow downslope movement of water saturated soil and regolith over an impermeable permafrost layer in periglacial region is called soil creep, debris slide, solifluction, or rock fall. The correct answer is solifluction. See, this all are types of mass earth movements. Okay. Question number 16. The Darjeeling series and Darjeeling gneiss extensively found across the Sikkim Darjeeling Himalaya are predominantly composed of A. Unaltered sedimentary sandstones, C. Basaltic lava flows, metamorphic rocks, or evaporites and chalk. See, the correct answer is option number B. But I don't think they will be asking this question, but still you have to remember this. Okay. Question number 17. Which of the following mass movement process is characterized by rotational slippage along a concave upward curved slip surface? The correct, see, okay, options are translational slide, debris flow, slump, or rock avalanche. The correct answer is option B, slump. Rotational slide, see, it's given in here, so I shouldn't have given it here. Question number 18. Which scale is used to measure the mineral hardness on a scratch resistance ranging from talc 1 to diamantine? Richter scale, Mercalli scale, Mohs scale, or Bowen scale? The correct answer is Mohs scale. Okay, so what does it mean? See, we have different minerals, okay, different minerals or objects which are used to measure the mineral hardness. For example, this is 1, we have 2, 3, 4, okay, so on and so on, 10. So this is number 1 is talc, means it is the softest, and number 10 and number 10 we have diamond, which means it is the hardest of all the minerals. Okay, this is how Mohs scale, this is known as Mohs scale. Okay, Mohs scale, this is how the mineral hardness of a certain mineral is measured. So, okay, what is Richter scale? Richter scale. What is Richter scale? Richter scale is used to measure the Richter scale is used to measure the magnitude of an earthquake. Okay, and Mercalli scale is used to measure the intensity of an earthquake. Okay, let's move on to question number 19. A drainage pattern that develops on a dome-like geological structure or isolated volcanic cone where stream flows outwards in all directions is called as trellis pattern, radial pattern, centripetal pattern, or dendritic pattern. Correct answer is option number C, that is radial pattern. Question number 20. The Tista River, the lifeline of Sikkim, originates from which glacier? Zemu Glacier, Cholamu Lake, Gangotri Glacier, or Pindari Glacier? Correct answer is Cholamu Lake. Okay. Which tributary is the largest right bank tributary of the Tista River in Sikkim? Rangpuchu, Rangit River, or Lachungchu or Lachenchu? Which one is it? This is obviously Rangit River. Okay. Question number 22. Deep narrow valleys with nearly vertical rock wall formed by intensive fluvial downcutting in resistant rock strata are called oxbow lakes, peneplains, pediments, or gorges and canyons. The correct answer here is option A, gorges and canyons. Okay. Oxbow lakes. Where are oxbow lakes formed? These are formed at the mature stage of a river. or mature or old stage of river. Okay, a river that maintains its original course and pattern despite structural deformation of or tectonic uplifting across its path is called an consequent river, subsequent river, antecedent river, or superimposed river. The correct answer is antecedent river. Okay, and its example are Indus, Brahmaputra. Okay, these are some examples of antecedent river. Question number 24. Crescent-shaped remnant water bodies formed when a meandering river cuts across a narrow neck of land are called plunge pools, potholes, oxbow lakes, or cirque lakes. Question number 24. The correct answer is oxbow lakes. Okay, what are plunge pools? See, I'll just make a diagram. Okay, supposedly this is a waterfall. Okay, this is a waterfall, and say this is how it is, right? This is a waterfall. Okay, and this very pool where the water falls is known as plunge pool. Okay, what are cirque lakes? Cirque lakes are a landform formed due to glacial erosion. Question number 25. Potholes in a riverbed are primarily carved out by which hydraulic process? Corrosion, cavitation and abrasion, attrition, or hydraulic blocking? The correct answer is option number C, cavitation and abrasion by swirling pebbles. Question number 26. Stepped terrace-like topography, steps flanking a river valley representing previous floodplain levels cut during a rejuvenation are called river terraces, braided bars, alluvial fans, or natural levees. Correct answer is river terraces. Okay. Question number 27. The concept of geographical cycle of erosion involving stages of youth, maturity, and old stage was postulated by Walter Penck, Elsie King, William Morris Davis, or G.K. Gilbert. The correct answer is option B. He is also known as W.M. Davis. Or this geographical cycle of erosion, where it involves the stages of youth, maturity, and old age of a river, is also known as fluvial cycle of erosion. Fluvial cycle of erosion. Okay, so I'll repeat again and again that having concepts is very important. Okay, just rote learning the MCQs will not make any difference or will not be beneficial for you in the long run. So you need to know the concept behind that. Okay. Question number 28. The largest and most extensive glacier in Sikkim is? The obvious answer is Zemu Glacier. Okay. An amphitheater-like armchair-shaped hollow carved into a mountain head wall by glacial plucking and freeze-thaw weathering is called a arete, esker, horn, or cirque. The correct answer is the correct answer option number is cirque. Say arete, esker, horn, cirque. These are all glacial landforms. These are formed due to the action of a glacier. Question number 30. A sharp, knife-edged, serrated bedrock ridge separating two adjacent glacial cirques is termed as esker, drumlin, col, or arete. The correct answer is arete. Okay. Question number 30. The correct answer is arete. Question number 31. When three or more glacial cirques erode headwards toward a single summit, the resulting pyramid shape is called monadnock, rochette, mouton, or horn, or Inselberg. The correct answer is horn. Okay, question number 32. A small circular mountain lake occupying the bedrock basin of an abandoned glacial cirque is known as Playa Lake, Lagoon, Oxbow Lake, or Tarn Lake. The correct answer is Tarn or Cirque Lake. Playa Lake, it is found in deserts. Okay, desert landform. Lagoon, in coastal areas. Oxbow Lake, it is found in the old or mature stage of river. Okay. Question number 33. Ridges of unstratified glacial drift or till deposited directly along the margin, center or terminus of glacier are known as eskers, kames, moraines or dune ridges. The correct answer is option number B, moraines. Okay. 34. Question number 34. An symmetrical streamlined bedrock hill with a gently sloping, polished upstream side and a steep plugged downstream side is known as. The correct answer is Roche Montoni. Okay, this is also known as residual. This is also known as residual mountain. Residual mountain. Okay. So what this question basically is saying is that, see, it looks something like this. Okay. For example, see, a polished side, okay, and then it is rough on the other side due to plucking. Means, see, glacier, when the glacier came, it came this way, okay, and due to this movement, this is a polished side, and when the glacier moved to the side, it plucked some of the rocks from this side, okay, and hence became rougher on the other side. Okay, question number 35. Elongated teardrop shaped hills of unstratified glacial tail whose steeper blunt ends faces the direction from an ice advanced are called kames, drumlins, esker, moraines. What is the correct answer? Question number 35. The correct answer is drumlins. Drumlins are also similar, okay, it is something like this in shape. Question number 36. A long winding ridge of stratified gravel and sand deposited by subglacial meltwater streams running through ice tunnel is called esker, arete, kame or yarda. The correct answer is option number A, esker. Okay, question number 36. Yardang, it is found in deserts. Okay, it is a desert landform. Question number 37. The sudden release of massive volumes of water stored in high altitude glacier, dammed or moraine dammed lakes is referred as flash cloudburst, Zhuklov, or both BNC or Glof, glacial lake outburst floods. The correct answer is option number B. Okay, Glof, for example, it was the same event that happened in 2023 in Sikkim. Okay, and also currently yesterday, okay, the same happened, okay, a flash flood happened in Nepal due to a glacial lake outburst, okay, outburst flood. So next one is karst topography. Aeolian means landforms formed due to wind, okay, especially in desert region. Question number 38. A rift valley graben flanked by a fault scarp horst is formed primarily due to which type of tectonic force? Compressional stress, shear stress, tensional stress or torsional stress? Correct answer is option number B. Okay. 39. Which of the following volcanic features represent a massive concordant lens-shaped igneous intrusion with a flat floor and a convex up-dome roof? Correct answer is option number B, Laccolith. Okay, see, for example, the Laccolith looks something like this, okay, which is filled with magma and it is fed by a dike, and this is Laccolith. Okay, for example, Laccolith. Okay, Laccolith, Phacolith, Betholith and Dopolith, these are all different features, volcanic features, okay, found inside a volcano. Question number 40. A discordant sheet like magnetic intrusion that cuts vertically or steeply across existing rock strata is termed as a sill, phacolith, dike or dopolith. The correct answer is dike, as I've shown you. Okay, what is a sill? For example, a vertical magmatic intrusion is known as dike. But when the same thing happens horizontally, okay, there is horizontal pipe-like structure, okay, which carries magma in a horizontal manner, this is known as sill. Question number 41. A deep funnel-shaped or cylindrical collapse depression formed on the surface of a limestone terrain is called a sinkhole, playa, cirque, or uvala. Correct answer is option A, sinkhole. Question number 42. Icicle-shaped mineral deposits hanging downwards from the ceiling of a limestone cavern are called stalagmites, cave pillars, stalactites, or halicites. The correct answer is stalactites. Okay. And what are stalagmites? For example, see, let me draw you a rough figure of a cave. Okay. For example, this is a cave. For example, this is a cave. There will be certain structures like this. There will be certain structures like this, okay, that you might have seen. So see, this one are known as stalactites, and this one is known as stalagmites. See, sometimes what happens is this: the water drip. See, how are these formed? Okay, in a limestone cave, there will be some water dripping. Okay, there will be some water flowing. Okay, this water carries limestones and it drips and it keeps on depositing. Okay, depositing layer by layer, and then this finally forms a stalagmite. In the same manner, see, it will deposit some here, and then it will form a stalactite. In the long term, sometimes what happens is this both coalesce or join together and form something that is known as a pillar. Okay, you might get confused in a stalactite and stalagmite. Okay, which one is it? Just remember mites. Okay, where are mites found? Mites are insects, right, that are found on the ground. So simply stalagmites means something that is coming up from the ground, whereas the opposite would be stalactites, which will be hanging from the top. Question number 43. Crescent shaped and dunes whose convex side face the windward direction and whose horns or tips point downwinds are called sheaf dunes, star dunes, barchans, or parabolic dunes. The correct answer is barchans. Okay, it will look something like this. Okay, it will look something like this. That means the wind will be coming from this side. Okay, this if you want to see the other angle, it will be something like this. See, the wind will be coming like this. Okay, and these are known as barchans. These are also the sand dunes that are found in Thar desert. Question number 44. Mushroom rocks or pedestal rocks and yardangs found in arid regions are predominantly formed by which of the geomorphic process? Glacial plucking, fluvial deposition, marine corrosion, or wind abrasion? See, the glacial plucking is not possible since you are in a arid region. Arid means a dry region. Fluvial deposition not possible because it is a dry region. Marine corrosion, no, right? So it is a wind abrasion or aeolian erosion. Okay. Question number 45. Which of the following represents an endogenic or internal geomorphic process? Weathering, mass wasting, river transport, volcanism, and diastrophism. The correct answer is B. Volcanism, diastrophism. Okay. So see, fundamentally, when to form a landform, okay, for the formation of a landform, there are forces necessary to form a landform. There are two types of forces. One is endogenic forces, okay, or the other is exogenic forces. Okay, what is endogenic forces? These are the forces coming from the interior of earth, and this is like outside earth. Okay, outside the surface. See, endogenic, like volcanism. Okay, the volcano, it has its origin inside the earth, like earthquake and all. Those are endogenic. Whereas exogenic, what are exogenic? For example, you have rainfall, precipitation of any form, right? Or you have the temperature like heating up from the sun. So those are exogenic forces. Okay, these two forces give shape to a certain landform. Question number 46. The concept of isostasy, which explains the mechanical equilibrium between Earth's crust and dense mantle beneath, was primarily formulated by Airy and Pratt, Wigner and Hess, Davis and Pink, Holmes and Suez. The correct answer is option number A, Airy and Pratt. Okay, these are miscellaneous questions. See, SPSC has a habit of sometimes asking miscellaneous questions in geography that are outside your standard NCERT textbooks. Okay, so you should be prepared for it. Question number 47. In a mountain geomorphology, a hanging valley is typical of which environment? Karst caves, desert pediments, coastal wave cut platforms, or glacial alpine valleys. See, they have given mountain geomorphology, right? So mountain means not desert, mountain means not coastal, right? Karst means it is related with limestone, not this, it is glaciated alpine valleys. Okay. Question number 48. The eastern Himalayan syntaxis, where the Himalayan mountain range takes a sharp southward hairpin bend, occurs near which prominent peak? Okay, so this is also known as a syntaxial bend. Syntaxial bend. It is a keyword. Okay, keyword. It is important to remember this keyword, syntaxial bend. Nanga Parvat, Kanchenjunga, Namcha Barwa, or Godwin Austen. Which one is it? The correct answer is option number B, Namcha Barwa. So, okay. See, Himalayas, they extend from Nanga Parvat to Namcha Barwa, okay, in a curvilinear manner. So suppose this is Nanga Parvat, okay, this is Nanga Parvat, and this is Namcha Barwa, okay, Namcha Barwa. Syntaxial bend means it takes a sharp turn, okay, after reaching Namcha Barwa. It is something like this. These are known as Purvanchals, okay, Purvanchals. We have Mizo Hills, Mishmi Hills, Patkai Boom, right? So this sharp turn here is known as the syntaxial bend. Question number 49. Mount Kanchenjunga, the third highest mountain peak in the world, is situated in the international border between Sikkim and Bhutan, Sikkim and Tibet, Sikkim and Nepal, okay, India, Uttarakhand and Nepal. It is option number B, Sikkim and Nepal. Okay. The last question. Which of the following factors is the primary trigger for widespread debris flow and landslide across a fragile slope of Sikkim Himalaya? Desertification, glacial carving of coastal fjords, limestone cavern roof collapses, or high intensity monsoon rainfall on steep tectonically sheared metamorphic slopes. See, not desertification, right? Not glacial carving, not limestone cavern. The correct answer is option number B. Okay. So that's it for this video. So yes, do like and subscribe if you like the content, okay, and make sure you comment down below what kind of video you'd like next. Okay, so that's it for today. Thank you.